lecturers. Today, we Group 6 would like to present our article review based off the article review report. Before we go any further, I'd like to first introduce ourselves. My name is Dharamurthy Saraswatinathan. My medics number is A25A4691.
My name is Muhammad Riaz bin Muhammad Yamin. My matric number A25B5049.
My name is Kamnisian. My matrix number is A25A4970.
My name is Rushadharan. My matrix number is A25A4776.
My name is Siti Nurhafika binti Muhammad Budi. Number matrix 825B4497.
My name is Koval Kishan and my matrix number is A25A4636.
My name is Haris Sanafsinathan. My matric number is A25B4504.
My name is Muhammad Hamizan bin Asim. My matric number is A25A5449.
And my name is Kesavan and my matrix number is A254829.
My name is Kugan Ranganathan. My matrix number A25B4526.
Well, thank you everyone for introducing yourselves, and I'd like to get into the the presentation right now. Okay, for the first part, I'll be talking about the introduction. This article review is based off an article called "The Bi-Adjective Stochastic Supply Chain Network Design Under Supplier and Facility Disruption Risk." This article is being written by three people: Angelo Aliano Filho, Isabel Coquelia, and Teresa Mello. This study explores how supply chain handles disruptions such as pandemics and supplier failures. A bi-adjective stochastic model is used to balance cost and service reliability, highlighting the need for a reliant, resilient system. That's all from me. I'll pass it on to Riaz.
Thank you, Daniel. Now I'm going to present about background. First point is global and complex supply chains. Global supply chains today are very complex because companies sources materials from many countries. This makes the system highly connected but also more at risk to problems. Second point is increasing disruptions. Even like pandemic, natural disaster, and political issue can suddenly stop production or delay deliveries. For example, COVID-19 show how easily global supply chains can be affected. Last point is traditional model focus on cost only. Companies choose cheaper supplier and transport option, but they often ignore risk. Because of this, when disruption happen, the system struggle to respond quickly. Next, I pass to Kamzi.
Thank you, Riaz. Today, I want to talk about the research problem, research question, and the objective. First, the research problem. They ignore the uncertainty like the natural disaster, political instabilities, and the pandemics. The limitation of the traditional supply chain model, they only can focus on a single objective like the mainly cost minimization. They're also not realistic. The next is the research problem. How can the multiple objective be balanced to optimize supply chain network design under the distribution uncertainty? The next is how to balance the cost with as the service. Like the cost is minimization, but the service can be the higher levels. The last is what strategy to improve the resilience. The next is objective. To develop to develop the B objective shortcastic optimization module for supply chain network design under distribution risk. The next thing is minimize the cost and distribution impacts, like minimize the transportation costs, facility costs, and to unmeet the demand of disruption and risk exposures. The last is how to improve the flexibilities and resilience. That's all for me. I pass it to Rusha.
Thank you, Kam. So I'll be talking about the literature part. So traditional approaches mainly focus on cost reduction. However, modern studies also consider risk and uncertainty in supply chains. This research is based on key theories such as SCM theory, just-in-time theory, and also system theory, which help improve overall efficiency and resilience. That's all from me. I'll pass it to Hafika.
Thank you, Rusha. Now I'm going to the methodology. First, the methodology is one of the main strengths of this study. The authors use a BI objective two-stage stochastic model, which reflects real-world uncertainty. The model separates decisions into strategic and operational levels, making it more realistic. In addition, the study integrates multiple resilience strategies such as backup suppliers, facility fortification, and delay deliveries. This provides a more comprehensive understanding of supply chain disruptions. For data analysis, the study used scenario-based simulations with assigned probabilities. Finally, advanced techniques like epsilon constant and Benders decomposition are used to improve efficiency and solve large-scale problems. One of the most significant findings in this article is the use of Pareto optimal solution. This approach helps managers compare different strategic options based on the priorities. For example, managers can choose between lower cost or better service performance. Last but not least, Pareto optimal solutions support better and more informed decision making in complex supply chain environments. That's all for me. Next, I will pass to Kishan.
Thank you, Afika. So now I'll be talking about the discussion and findings. So first, I will explain the relevance and significance of this study. This study is highly relevant to transport and distribution management because it addresses major issues such as supply chain disruptions, cost uncertainty, and demand variability. It also emphasizes the importance of resilience and responsiveness, especially in today's environment where disruptions are becoming more common. One key insight from the study is the trade-off between cost and service performance. For example, improving service levels such as reducing the unmet demand will usually increase operation costs. On the other hand, minimizing costs may reduce service quality. In addition, the use of Pareto optimal solution helps manager evaluate different strategies and choose the best option based on their priorities. So overall, the studies provide useful guidance for decision makers to balance efficiency and customer satisfaction. Next, I will discuss the limitations and biases of the study. First, the model assumes that disruptions probabilities are known in advance. However, in real world situation, these probabilities are often uncertain and difficult to predict. Second is the study lacks real world case studies of empirical validations. This make it difficult to confirm whether the model works effectively in practice. And another limitation is the study focus on only on cost and unmet demand. It does not consider other important factors such as environmental sustainability or social impact. And finally, there may be some bias in the computational method as the heuristic approach is specifically designed by the authors. This means the results may not be consistent in different situations. So overall, while the study provides valuable insights, it has some limitation in terms of practical application. That's all for me. Now I'll pass it to Harish.
Thank you, Kishan. And now I will be presenting about the expected contribution, which will be focused on the practical insights. A major contribution of this research is highlights the ongoing tug of war between the efficiency and the responsiveness. We found that network designed only to be inexpensive would fail during a major disturbance. To solve this, the author provides a Pareto optimal tools. This allows managers to determine exactly how much extra they should spend to ensure customers receive their goods on time when a warehouse or supplies is out of commission. Another key lesson is strategic demand deferral. This proves that companies do not always need to build expensive new infrastructure to be resilient. Instead, by adopting a flexible policy that allows for tiny, controlled delivery delays, professionals can stay ahead during a critical period in a much more cost effective. That's all from me. Thank you. Next, I will be passed to Hamizah.
Thank you, Haris. Now I'm going to talk about theory contribution. This study provides a major theoretical contribution by moving beyond traditional single objective models that focus only on cost. The primary contribution is the introduction of the bi-objective stochastic framework. This shifts the theory from assuming a stable environment to the account for randomness of disruption. It addresses a multi-echelon risk, illustrating how a single failure creates a domino effect across the entire distribution network. By introducing strategy demand deferral, the study proved that theoretically that control delays can be valid, cost-effective alternative to building redundant infrastructure. Ultimately, this work bridges the gaps between financial efficiency and service reliability, and providing a new framework for modeling autonomous resilient supply chains. That's all from me. I'm going to pass to Seven.
Thank you, Amazon. So today I will explain about theoretical, but for the first point is supply chain management. Transportation helps businesses deliver product faster, reduce costs, and satisfy customers. For the second point is system theory. All logistic activities are connected. A problem in one area can affect the whole process. For the third point is just in time. Goods are delivered only when needed, so transportation must be efficient and on time. That's all for theoretical. I pass it to Rusha.
Thank you, Kesavan. So I'll be talking about the practical use. First, the study supports better decision making by highlighting the trade-off between cost and service. Managers cannot maximize both at the same time, so they must choose strategies based on company goals, whether focusing on customer satisfaction or cost efficiency. Secondly, it improves risk planning through strategies like backup suppliers and facility fortification. Backup suppliers increase resilience during disruptions, while stronger facilities ensure business continuity. However, both require higher investment, so managers must carefully assess risk levels before deciding. Finally, the study enhances flexibility in operations. For example, allowing delayed deliveries instead of rejecting orders help reduce unmet demand and also maintain customer satisfaction with minimal cost. In addition, using uncertainty-based or stochastic models allow managers to prepare for different scenarios more effectively. That's all from me. I'll pass it to Kesavan.
Thank you, Rusha. So now is policies. Uh, for policies, we got three main policies. For first one is safety policy. Rules are created to ensure safe transportation and reduce accidents. For the second one is environmental policy. Companies are encouraged to use eco-friendly transportation. For the third one is trade policy. Import and export rules affect delivery time and cost. So that's all for policy. I pass it to Kugan.
Thank you, Kesavan. Now I'm going to present about the conclusion. This study says that
Two, three. Okay, go.
now I'm going to present about the conclusion of this article. This study focuses on building a resilient supply chain in uncertain environments using a stochastic model. It aims to minimize costs while maximizing customer demand satisfaction. Unlike traditional models, it considers real-world disruptions like supplier and facilities failures. This model helps decision makers plan ahead using strategies such as backup suppliers, stronger facilities, and flexible demand fulfillment. It also uses fast and efficient method suitable for large-scale problems. Overall, it provides practical solution for real-world supply chain management. Thank you. That's all from me and our group.